Next, you want to download image 3 of the lettuce and drag that down to Photoshop onto the bread. So as we mentioned in the last video, these lines are not real, so just ignore them. Size up your lettuce while it's in transform mode, and then hit enter to enter your transformation. So we're going to get rid of this white background, but before you do so, you have to rasterize your image here. So I'm going to right click here on the lettuce layer, rasterize layer, and then with my magic wand, you want to select this background. However, it does have a little bit of a color difference, so I have to hold shift and add, and I might adjust my tolerance. If you look, mine is set to 10. I want to set mine to 30 because my magic wand is just too picky. So I'm going to hold shift and get all those little crannies here. That looks good. Now I'm going to hit the layer mask button, Control I to inverse, and this looks good. So now I'm going to move on to my next image of the turkey. Download the turkey slice, drag and drop it into Photoshop, size it up, make sure you hit enter, go over and rasterize your layer, and now we're going to select the background of the turkey, layer mask it, Control I to inverse, and now for us to, we want to fold the turkey. This is when it gets a little complicated. So in order for us to warp this, you have to apply your layer mask. So if you look over on your layer panel and you right click on the layer mask, you want to hit apply layer mask. Once you do that, it no longer has that on there. So these pixels are gone forever. So you only want to do that if you absolutely know you don't want to bring that back. And I know I'm not going to bring back that white background. So to fold our turkey, hit Control T to put it in transform mode. Right click and go down to warp. What you want to do in warp is pull the left point. So you'll see these points here. I'm going to pull it the right points to the left. So see, I'm pulling my points from my right, bringing them over to my left. And this looks really crazy, but it'll look better here in a minute. Okay, and then finally this one. So I folded it in half and push enter. If this is not set to layer, if you have a layer mask on here, it is not going to work. So if you see that this is not working, make sure that you have applied your layer mask, okay? You right click on the layer and apply layer mask, okay? So like a normal person, I want to add more turkey. So I'm going to make sure I have my turkey layer selected, and I want to make copies of this. So if you right click on the layer here on the right hand side of it, go to duplicate layer here at the top. Hit OK, and you'll see, notice I now have 2. So you'll see that on my layer panel. But there's actually a really nice shortcut. If you hold down the Alt key, you'll notice with my move tool, it turns into a double arrow when I hold down my Alt key. With my Alt key held down, I'm going to click and drag, and you'll see that creates another copy. So that is a shortcut to duplicate layers. So hold down Alt and drag. So go ahead and make 3 copies of this, and then you're ready to move on to the third tutorial.